Hi, you guys. Welcome to day 6, final day of our Beautifully Living series. Again, Chelsea here, an elite leader with doTERRA, and I hope that you've gotten some juicy, knowledgeable information this week. I've loved sharing some of my favorite topics, and if you haven't seen the rest of the videos, go back and watch. And just let me know if you have any questions. So I'm super excited to share this last topic. It's going to be pretty quick, okay? There's not too much that I have to say about it, but there's a couple key tools that I use and make sure that I implement into my routine just to make sure that my monthly cycle and just overall health as a woman is feeling high vibe, okay? So there's two things that I'm just going to go over briefly because I've already talked about in past videos. So the one thing that I have found to be completely instrumental in changing the way that my cycle works and how I can support my body best along my cycle is to get enough sleep. So I'm not going to cover the ways you can get a better sleep or a more restful sleep. Excuse me. Go back and watch day 2. Supernatural Self-Care, where I dive into all of that. But sleep is so important, and it's really important for your monthly cycle in order for you to feel empowered and your body to function properly and get the rest that it needs, especially as a woman. Sleep is so important. So go back and watch on how to get some better sleep, okay? The number 2 thing is supplementation. So I talked about this a lot on day 4 in the Happy, Healthy, Vitality video. So go check that out. Lots of juicy information there. Again, I'm not going to go over it, but the one thing that I would say has been a complete game changer for me is doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack. I was taking supplements before I started doTERRA, and I had like 2 different brands, like 8 different pill bottles, and it wasn't working for me, and I wasn't finding that I was able to be consistent with a routine. Yeah, Arlene, sleep is amazing. I love my sleep. So in terms of the supplements, I have found that this is just consistent for me. So my habits and my behaviors, I just know me, like I need something consistent, I need something easy, and I need something that I can implement into my day. And I was finding it very overwhelming to take like 8 different supplements. So Lifelong Vitality Pack packs everything into one. So go check out day 4 if you missed it. There's 2 supplements that I would recommend for upping your women's health that I add on to it. So vitamin D is one. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack does have vitamin D in it. I just find, especially in the winter, I don't really up my dose in the summer months because I'm outside a lot. I'm getting what I need from the sun. But in the winter, I find that I'm really affected by the season and my mood just plummets. I know if you live here in Canada like I do, it's been gray for about a month and a half. Like I think since like mid-December, it's been very gray. Today we have sunshine and I'm so excited to leave my house and just walk outside. It's a little bit warmer, but I'm more excited about the sun. I feel like I haven't seen sun in so long. So for me, upping my vitamin D is really important. If you want some tips on brands, I can let you know. Just reach out to me. But I up that dose and I take one of those on top of my Lifelong Vitality in the winter months. You'll also find that as a woman, we're often depleted of more nutrients than men, just because we are expelling some of our nutrients every single month. So you want to up that. The second one that I add on to my supplementation routine is magnesium. I didn't know this, but most people are deficient in magnesium. And I have found that, one, it helps with my restful sleep. It also helps me with period pains, cramps, the emotional fluctuation of my cycle, I have found that it helps to just kind of neutralize that. So I take this every night before bed. I love the brand Calm. It's called like Calm Natural or Natural Calm or something. And it's a powder, and you just, they taste good. It's just like lemon. I think they have like raspberry flavor. Pop it in some water before bed. Drink it. It promotes restful sleep, so you'll find that if you're a light sleeper and you wake up in the night, you'll find that that doesn't happen anymore. I used to be somebody who, I mean, I still get them every so often, but I used to get nightmares, and to the point where I would have to force myself to wake up to get out of the nightmare, and then I would fall back asleep and I would just be in the same nightmare. So I have found that taking magnesium helps me to calm that. So I have found that my nightmares have significantly decreased since taking magnesium. And then it also... Oh, we're back. Okay. The broadcast paused for a really long time. So what I was saying is magnesium helps to support you emotionally and physically throughout the month, but especially during your cycle. I found that the pain and the cramping is much, much less when I'm taking that. Okay, now on to my favorite oil products to support you during that time of the month. And it's very simple. It's very easy. The protocol that I have for you is very easy to follow, and much better than taking like an Advil or a Midol. I mean, I'm human. There's been times where I've taken it to help, but I love using natural tools first to see where I can support myself, because it's there, it's effective, and why not try something natural, right? It's going to be less harmful on your body. So my number one absolute, like, non-negotiable oil for... Sorry, the live keeps pausing. I don't know what's happening with my internet, but... So what I was saying is, my non-negotiable, this is my absolute, when I order this as soon as I know that I'm going to start running out, is Clary Calm. Clary Calm. It is the Women's Monthly Blend. I think it's just called the Monthly Blend. And what it does is it helps to support and soothe you during your menstrual cycle. It has a very cooling, soothing effect. So what I find it best for, I love rubbing it right over my uterus. Helps with any cramping, any pain. And also I find it balances my moods and my hormones. So yes, I'll rub it around my uterus to just be like a soothing, comforting pain, or soothing comfort for the pain, but I'll also rub it on my temples, on my pulse points, on my outer ankles for hormone support. I'm somebody who gets very affected emotionally during that time of the month. I find that I could be really happy 1 second, and then in an instant I'm like angry or sad, and for no particular reason. So I love having this guy to support me, just to help balance those emotions, so I'm not too much of a roller coaster, okay? And then I've started using this every single day in the morning. Again, outer ankles, and then on my temples and some pulse points before I leave my house in the morning, because like I said, I'm a very emotional person. And yes, my emotional fluctuations, and I'm going to call them mood swings, are heightened during that time. I find that I get them regularly. Like I could be happy 1 minute and then sad the other. And then I could get anxious very quickly. So I find that this blend just helps to calm my emotions in general. So I love using it every day, but it's a must-have for that time of the month. The next one I just wanted to touch on, and I talked about this a little bit throughout the week, but Digestan. I don't know about anybody else, but I have experienced certain digestion issues during that time of the month. So I find that everything else is affected when I'm on my cycle. So I love having this guy a drop or two with some coconut oil, rub it clockwise on your belly. Helps to soothe any sort of discomfort, any bloating. It's just really there to support you. You can also pop a drop in some water, take that internally. It's just going to support your gut while your body is trying to do what it's naturally supposed to do, okay? Couple more, okay? Peppermint. So I'm going to talk about peppermint and deep blue together because they kind of support in the same way, but I love using them in different ways. So I love the deep blue rub. That is my preferred choice for using deep blue. What I love about it is it's very easy to apply to your body, and I just love the instant sensation. You still get that from the oil, but I just like the lotion better. So if you're feeling any sort of discomfort in your abdomen, in your low back, this guy's going to be super supportive. So you're going to rub some Clary Calm, and then you're going to take a dollop of this and rub it on your belly, over your uterus, and around your low back. Like kind of create like a whole circle around your belly. Super, super supportive and cooling. So cooling and very soothing for your body. Any type of pain you've got going on during that time. And then peppermint, also very cooling. Okay, so if you're getting hot flashes throughout your cycle, or if you're feeling any sort of like head congestion because of it, if you're, again, just needing some soothing, cooling comfort, peppermint's going to be awesome if you don't have your deep blue. Okay, excellent. I love it on my temples and the back of my neck and on my spine, just to create a cooling effect like around my entire aura. I love it. All right, last one that I just started implementing into my monthly cycle routine is Copaiba. So again, I chatted about this one day this week. I feel like it was day 4 for the Happy, Healthy, Vitality. It is awesome. It's the new Powerhouse oil from doTERRA. It's amazing for pain and helping to soothe any anxious feelings, balance your emotions. It is an endocannabinoid, which is a very fancy word, but essentially it has the same properties as cannabis, or a lot of people have been talking about CBD oil lately. So it has those properties, okay? Helps with pain, helps with restful sleep, helps to calm your emotions, helps to calm any like anxiety that's going on, but you're not going to get the cognitive repercussions that you would if you were taking marijuana or cannabis, okay? So awesome for pain. I love adding a drop to my deep blue when I'm rubbing it on, or mixing it with my Clary Calm, okay? Awesome. And it's that simple. That's all I got for today. One thing I will say, I know this is a hot topic, but it's just something that I've found to be way, I don't want to say better, but a better route for me, and I'll tell you why. So when I started on my whole journey, I stopped taking birth control. I read up on it, and it was a decision that I made for a couple of reasons. I had been on it for several years, and I didn't love the fact that I wasn't letting my body do what it's naturally supposed to do. I know a lot of people have reservations because they say that, well, like my period pain is so bad, so I need to take birth control in order to combat that. But what happens is, usually when you have irregular cycles or very painful periods, it means that you have a deficiency in progesterone and an excess in estrogen. And what the pill does is it pumps more estrogen into your system. And guys, that just doesn't make sense. Like if you have an excess of estrogen and you're just adding more fuel to the fire, it's not gonna, that doesn't make sense. So that's one reason. I didn't love it. I didn't love that I was like taking a hormone and putting it into my body when it shouldn't be there. Like I can trust that my body knows what it's supposed to do. Another reason people have reservations is for their skin. So I was one of those people. I was on the pill because of my skin, and I stopped, and I had those worries. Like, I was afraid that I was going to break right out, and I did have a bit of an adjustment period, but I had my oils to support me, and now my skin is like thriving, like so healthy, and I never really get even the occasional breakout. I've gotten all that toxic shit out of my skin, out of my body, and now I'm thriving. Another reason I wanted to bring this up is your body, when you're on the pill, your body doesn't actually release an egg. Okay? Your body just doesn't do it. It's tricking your body into thinking you're already pregnant so that you won't get pregnant. Okay? And I didn't love that. I knew that my body was supposed to be going through this like natural detoxification process every single month. And it's not necessarily to say it's a bad thing to have your eggs not expel. Like you're gonna lose eggs for a variety of reasons, but I was not okay with the fact that my body was not releasing what it was naturally supposed to release. I wasn't okay with that. And my last point, and then I'll jump off, is getting off the pill has really given me clarity into my body and allowed me to let my intuition guide me. For a long time, I was so out of touch with how my body functioned, what it needed, what it didn't need, like the shit that I was putting in. I was very out of touch, very unaware of what was going on internally. And then as soon as I stopped taking the pill, it was like a light switch went off. And I was very aware of what worked, what didn't. I now know that certain things will not feel good in my body, and I'll just completely stay away from them. And I know my body craves certain things in order to function. So it gave me the ability to just love up on my body and let my body tell me what it needs, and for me to just open up to that listening. So that's the last piece. That's all I'm going to say about it. You can make your own decision. And if you have any questions about anything that I chatted about, if you're having a difficult period and you want to chat further, let me know. Send me a message or comment below, and I'd love to chat with you. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I've had so much. There's been stuff that I've learned through researching and wanting to give you information, so I'm so excited that I did this. I'm going to have all of the videos up on my website soon, and they'll always live here in the group, so you can refer back to them whenever you want. That's all. Have an amazing Saturday, or whatever day it is when you're watching this, and we will chat soon. Bye, guys. Thanks.